So, hello. Till now, we have created one page in which we have the drop down list and the multiple line input and the button. Now, we are in this session, we are going to see about the more form attribute that we have. So, the form that we are creating and the data that we are collecting from the user, where we have to send. We have to mention where we have to send the data, right? So under the body tag, we are having the form attribute. We are having the form tag, and we have to mention where we have to send these data, right? So the form, and where we have to send the data is done using the attribute action. So action is the attribute which specifies where we have to send the data, and its value contains the URL of the page where we want to send that data, right? So action is the attribute. Now we request the browser request the server using the two methods. Using this data, browser can request to the server using two methods. One is post and other is the get. So let's see the first method, the HTTPS method, hypertext transfer protocol method. The method can be of two types. First is the get method. So control S and refresh the page. So now see, see the URL that is created. And we have to make one submit button also so that we can submit this form. So we are creating one submit button. We are removing these two buttons for a while. I'm commenting it out, these two buttons. As we don't need it right now. And I'm making one submit button. We create the submit button using input and type equal to submit. So this is how we create the submit button. Save it, Control S, and then refresh the page. You can see the submit button gets added. Now we will select the values that we want. Suppose we have selected June here, and we are creating the data, and then we are submitting it. So as we have discussed, there are two methods for sending the forms that is entered by the user. Data can be sent using two methods, right? First method is by get method and the second method is by post option. So first we are going to see the get method of how we can submit the response entered by the user, right? So we have used here get method. See, method equal to get. Now we are saving it using control S. We have saved using control S, and then refresh the page. Refreshing the page, so refreshing the page, we can see that when we enter some values inside the theory experience, suppose we have entered anything HJ, HK, JH, right? And then submit button, we hit the submit button. When we hit the submit button, when we hit the submit button, you can see that the data that we have entered can be seen in the URL. So it is the selected month equal to June and experience shared equal to this one, what we have entered now. So the get method is not very much useful, because suppose password is submitted using the get method, then our password will be revealed. So the method that is safe to use is the post method. So we will use the post method. So in the place of get, we will write post control S, save it using control S, then refresh the page. Now one selected is June, and we will share experience by writing, suppose we write here 5H, right? Suppose we write 5H. Five times H, and hit the submit button. After hitting the submit button, when we see the URL, then in the URL we will not find the month selected and the experience that is shared, right? Month selected and experience shared. It is of previous one only. We have written 5H, we have not written this, which is not showing the month selected and the experience shared. Then how we will get that? For that, we will right click and do inspect. Click on inspect button. Just we are right clicking it. Right click. Click on inspect. So when we right click and click on inspect and then click on network, we will get this one. Now in the form, we are going to add something. Suppose we write 3h, 3 times h, and then click on submit button.